And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome. You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say.
Hey there, Aries. Welcome to Quiet Place Tarot. My name is Cohen. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. What we're looking at in this round of reads is going to be your career read for the month of November. Here, I define career reads as opportunities, ventures, potential partnerships, things that we do the labor for, but also potentially the work that we love and anything that comes thereafter. As a preamble to the read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even when it's difficult, understand I, as your tarot card reader, I'm not here to mislead you. Otherwise, I wouldn't open up the table in the first place. That's not what I do, right? So even if the conversation gets tough, I'm here for you. Let's talk it out. With that being said, as we look to your career read, Aries, it's November now. You can feel the weather getting colder and everything going on outside. But regardless, let's focus on this career. Let's see what the cards say. We're going to do a time-based orientation read, first starting with the past. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Aries in the past orientation of their career. What are the cards that we need to see, please, for the past orientation for Aries in their career read today? Ooh, this is crisp. We're going fast. I guess we're going to be very direct. Well, so much for that. Sometimes it gets funny. Could just be bad shuffling, but we'll see. Just one more shuffle before we look at the past orientation for the Aries. There we go. In your past, Queen of Swords. Well, facts are facts, and here's what I know. What are we saying? Star, the card of Aquarius. Okay, so upon hope and a dream that we're pursuing, the Fool, the providing of new beginnings. So whatever it was, whatever we went for, this is absolutely right for me. It is almost a level of delusional confidence, and hey, if that's what you needed, here we are. Here's what we did know. The facts of the matter are that the only way the new beginning would have happened is if you made the leap. Right. To have the Fool resting upon the Star, the card of Aquarius, it says that the only way I can do this, I got to take my shot. Right. I got to go for it. There's no other math that we can do around this. Is that either I do or I don't. Sometimes it is that simple once we get all the other distractions out of the way. So having that Fool next to that hope is that, yeah, we either go for it or we don't. I want you to be able to go for it. And so, being that was your past orientation, I'm assuming I'm looking at Aries who made that leap. Just going to take a wild guess. In the present orientation, show the cards that we need to see, please, for the Aries collective in their career, present orientation of this read. Okay, so of the here and now. Judgment. Well, did we learn our lesson? Did we take that jump? What are we doing? It's the second highest even of the major arcana. Why so? 8 of Wands. Okay, there we go. Yep. And what couples that 8 of Wands? 10 of Pentacles. Yes, I like this. Why am I so giddy? So 10 of Pentacles down here. Judgment. Of the here and now, this is... See, I don't want to get censored by saying this, but either we use the bathroom or we get off the pot. That's the easiest way I can put it. We took all our hopes and our dreams in our past. We said, hey, this is the only way this is going to happen. When push comes to shove, these are the conclusions I came to. We either do it or we don't. No try. Right? In the present, we're saying, yeah, this is my chance. This is my time. Right? So it took from like the hope of an abstract idea to making that leap towards where we needed to be. And now in the present, directly communicating that if this is right for me, let it guide me to where I need to be in the future. I'm looking at an Aries who said, I was brave enough to take that leap, and it's being more rewarding than I ever thought it could have been. I like that for you. Keep going. Keep going. That's so great. And so in the future, what are the cards that we need to see, please, for the future orientation of Aries? What is the future year for our Ram Collective? First, Strength, the card of Leo. And I had the answers within me. I needed to believe in my own power to actually pursue them. And that being in the future orientation areas, showing me, no, we're going to keep at it. We're going to keep going strong no matter what happens. Six of Pentacles, it requires the everyday investment. Not just the little things, not just the huge, grandiose gestures, but keep at it. Let's do what we got to today. Punch in, clock out, whatever that is. Whatever you define that for yourself, Aries, let that be self-evident. Your future orientation, if I keep at it, it will grow. King of Wands, I'm going to be able to do the right thing. No regression, no remorse. Ooh, that is so, that's just nice. Underneath it all, Four of Cups. Okay, so not so nice, but here's why. It took so long to get here, right? And yeah, did it turn out exactly how we thought it was? Well, we're trying for it, right? Because again, that Queen of Swords and that touching that star, which Aquarius is an air sign, putting those things together, there are facts, there are my hopes. Now, how am I defining fiction, right? I'm just going from the past to your future, Aries. And so, yeah, that requires a level of faith and almost delusion that, hey, it's got to pay off, because who would do something like that? And so what we're talking to in our present is that the more and more that I try, the more and more it'll work, right? Basically, the sky is watching, and if I can pursue my own dream, then what limits do I really have? And so in the future, hey, we're going to invest little by little every day. We're going to do what is right. We're going to try and find what is right for us. Yeah, it won't always turn out exactly as we expected, but it doesn't mean it's an absolute failure. I've seen way too much fulfillment, way too much direct communication, way too much holding on and just trying to get it right for it to go completely wrong. The question is, how do we bounce back when it doesn't go perfectly? I think that's a better framework of approach. Cards of Connection, I like this. I really do. Cards of Connection, real connective energies, please. The bridging gap between all time-based orientations for Aries in this read. First, show what happens between the past and present orientations for Aries in their career. Between the what was and the now of what is. Oh, that's a break. Again, could be bad shuffling. We'll see. What are the cards that we need to see, please, for Aries in this read? There we go. Yeah. So between the past and the present. Seven of Swords. Okay. Well, again, had to have some level of illusion, but we'll get back to that because I think there's also a point to it. Let's hold on to that for now. Five of Pentacles. Right. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. And the Ace of Wands. Nice. So let's read that backwards. I think, actually, let's start with the Five of Pentacles. This makes more sense. Between a past of all this optimism and hope and taking that leap and the present of actually things work out when you make a jump, the Five of Pentacles, not simply the notion of poverty, although that can come up in the concept of a career read, but I feel like life is passing me by, right? The less that I listen to my internal voice, I do the things I want to do, I limit myself for X number of reasons. And trust me, Aries, you definitely have your own, especially while I was seeing with that Queen of Swords, because she's a no-nonsense kind of person. She tells it like it is, right? If not now, when? Because they ain't getting no better unless I make it better, right? So for the Aries I'm talking to, that fear that life was just passing us by, that we weren't getting the things that we wanted or needed, we also had to come to the conclusion of what part did I play in that, and how do we never let that happen again, right? We take the jumps, we take the risks, and hope the best, But even if we anticipate the worst, hey, we at least tried. Now, Seven of Swords. Let's talk about this part. Seven of Swords being no, don't knock those off. Sorry, it's been a very hot day today. I think some of these flies came in when I opened all the windows. The Seven of Swords being, okay, so what do I need to stop lying to myself about? Right? It was almost a hypercritical, analysis, but it was a necessary one. Because if I have all this hope, if I'm feeling this good, Ace of Wands coming out, I don't sit on energy for nothing, right? Aries never sits on their own fire, they act on it, right? They're one of the most action-based and action-oriented signs, also one of the most conflict-ridden signs because they're so prone to action, right? I need to do something with all these ideas flowing within me. Maybe I'm feeling this because this is a time of change. This is a season of now. Do not debate, go do it, right? So while I'm seeing that between your past and your present, I gotta try. I gotta see what's out there for me. I can't just let this continuous droning on where I've determine the totality of what I could be or where we're going with it. Good. I like that. Now, between the present and the future orientation, show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Aries in this read, between what is right now and what could be in the future. And so, what rests between the Hangman? Time will tell. But what I can say is that it's a state of observation that has purpose, right? Whereas we felt stuck before, and that's why we made this pole vault of faith, right? I'll just call it that for what it was. Here, okay, I'm not coming from a space of desperation. I can actually prove to myself time and time again that I have what it takes to make it happen. That Hangman now saying, okay, let's observe. Let's not always have to make the most grandiose gestures. Sometimes it's just the little steps. I know it's boring, but hey, you don't always have to make these life-changing and life-altering decisions every single day of the week. Temperance, the card of Sagittarius. A path towards a soul healed. Things took time. But as we change our perspective at things healed and things started to go right, we started to give ourselves grace to say, no, I did it because it was right. Nine of Pentacles, the long-term investment, the everyday stuff. And I think that ties mainly to that Six of Pentacles, but more in the action-oriented part of it, Aries, is that, no, I'm acting from a healed space, not from, the life-altering one-time shot of a life kind of deal. I'm okay now. I can operate better. I can move better. I can do things better if I give myself the grace to just breathe. Underneath it all, Four of Swords, relax. Hey, sometimes I'm good at my job, you know what I'm saying? So the Four of Swords with that Four of Cups, even with the levels of disappointment that may still remain, the things that we take it out on ourselves or just wish that things were different, we also have the understanding of, no, growth is still growth. I did something right. I need to give myself credit for it, not totally relax and be, absolutely complacent, right? Because that's a Four of Swords that extended way too long. But just take the blessings as they are, take the hardship as they are, and we can move forward properly. Next, define the major arcana strewn across the table. We first look at that star. That's a very interesting and very beautiful card in this deck, by the way. What is signified by the star, the card of Aquarius, and Aries' read? What of all that hope and all that aim? What was once a lofty goal and now becoming a reality? Show us what we need to see, please, for Aries in their read today. Yeah. So the star, Three of Pentacles. Okay. And so it's not simply whatever leap that we took. Yes, does it have to be rooted in a tangible reality? Sure. Right. It could be kind of, I'm not trying to downplay it, but it could be kind of, middling in that way, that we're trying to take this big grandiose dream and then trying to, okay, it almost seems like we're shooting ourselves down, but that's not the point. The point being is that there is an entire community that loves you. that hopes the best for you, that wants to see you grow and succeed. You got to remember that. And so, hey, if you had enough people from your past orientations telling you, go, leave, go do it, don't you look back, right? If you had enough people from that past place saying, yeah, and we'll always be here for you because we'll always be here. Now what do you do for you? Time for you to go see the world. Time for you to go fly. Do what you need to, but you got to go. So, aiming towards that Four of Swords, we can now relax with our choice of the new beginning. Yeah, I know something wasn't adding up there. Because here's what we know. We weren't growing where we were, which is why we need to go do different. I like that for you, Aries. I really do. Next, to Judgment. King of Pentacles. In the present, are we making the right investments? Are we doing the right things? Right? Skies are watching. And as long as you keep to it with a level of persistence that would fit the grandiose scale of whatever dream you had, hey, it will play out. Let it go as it should. Okay. And to strength, the card of Leo in your future. Six of Wands. Not only can we sit in a victorious stance, but we can realize we have it within us to accumulate more, to do more, that essentially the world is our oyster, but more than that, we are not the wrong person ever. In fact, the choice that we made in the past reveals again and again, as long as we put forth the necessary effort, we're going to be the right person, right place, right time, all the time. To the Hangman. Okay, so that's why. Hangman is coupled with the Six of Swords, the card I just pulled. Hangman here being defined as, let me try to sum this up as short and quick and just as possible. The Hangman is somebody who climbed a tree and inverted their gaze in a 180 degree. They're tied themselves upside down by the foot so that they can invert their gaze of the world. Because them standing right side up with gravity wasn't really revealing anything they didn't already know. Here, saying that Six of Swords is coupling with the Hangman is not that we put, our growth into suspension, but rather the notion that the only way that we can see a path forward is if we actually pursue it, right? Our observation of our capabilities of forward movement reveal themselves every day when we try. The thing is, we got to be consistent about it, right? We can get here. We can get to whatever this future has to yield, but we have to trust in our ability to do so. Okay? And to the Temperance, Queen of Pentacles. A healed soul makes a healed life. And so, for where we want to go and what we want to do, hey, if we could trust that we are doing the right thing, if we can trust that our intentionalities were right, that we can do best for and by us, it will play out. We have to believe the fact that it can. So, let's give a cross encounter. So, in our own fulfillment, the Nine of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, right? What happens when we're trying to fulfill our own dreams and our own story? Then 9 cups of still water rest neatly upon a shell. That's what the 9 of Cups is, our own wish fulfillment. We have to try. The Page of Pentacles. We have to put forth the effort, even if it's difficult at times, even if it took a massive leap of faith, which with the Aries I'm talking to, you pulled a stunt that was, ooh boy, very groundbreaking for you and also the people around you. Hey, it's paying off in dividends. You will see it come to fruition. So, in resolution, real cards of resolution upon this read. Let's tell in the space of resolution upon this journey today. Let's tell in the space of resolution upon today's journey. First, Two of Swords. Okay. So it may not feel like everything's playing out right now. Cool. We get there. That also provides an opportunity to meditate on what can and does go right. Right? Do not view this as a defeat. View it as an opportunity. The next, Nine of Swords. Did I still make the right decision? We're still stuck in a state of anxiety. Okay, so let me make a deal with you, Aries. If we can prove to ourselves that we have done this in the past, we made this grandiose leap, we could have moved away, we could have tried or put our application in for something that we didn't even understand. We could have tried the idea that we've been having for the longest time. If it's starting to pay out, then when our anxieties come up, we also got to remind ourselves, hey, what successes did we have so far? Right? Let our proof be our proof. And what I mean by that is let all the things that we create justify why we can tackle all of our nightmares. Because we already said we don't want to repeat this pattern of just being stuck and meandering through life. We're not just existing, we're living it to the fullest. Okay, cool. Let's let our successes prove why we were right. That's the only way we can let it play out from here, underneath it all. Hierophant, the card of Taurus. And so, even with all the disappointments, all the fears, all the anxieties, all the what ifs, and all the things that could go wrong, I'm sticking to it. And if that isn't the most Aries answer I've ever heard, yeah, it sounds like win, lose, or draw. No, I'm in it for the long haul. What's next? What are we doing next? So here's what I see in your read today, Aries. I really like this for you. Long story short, past orientation, we had to move on. We had to make a grandiose leap. We had to risk it for the biscuit, whatever phrase you want to use. And in doing so, confront the fact that we felt that life was passing us by. It wasn't just, an elevation of career and standards. It was the idea that if I don't do it now, then when? Right? So almost like this promise we made to ourselves, we took that leap. In the present, it's actually paying off a lot more than we ever thought it would. And trust us, the skies are watching. Hey, can we do this investment right? Not simply were we, did we make a good choice in the past, but can we believe in the reality that we are forming it by our own hands through our own efforts? In the future, if we keep on doing that with that same level of fire that we had to make that leap in the first place, it'll work out. It'll work out. And sometimes it could be very hard to trust in the idea of the unknown, but maybe that's exactly what it needs. Faith. And so, in between all that, dealing with ourselves, dealing with how things change, we just come to the conclusion that I'll give it my best. Right? I got to try. Yeah, nightmares, anxieties, all those are still present, but it still comes back to the same place of I'm looking at an Aries who's still going to go through with it. Keep going. That's how I have in your read today, Aries. I hope this conversation helps. And yeah, I'm very proud of you. You made a great leap forward. Keep going. Steps, leaps, and bounds. Everything is still progress. I'll see you around, okay? Take care.